Welcome back to Economic Outlook. In my last two entries, I examined the numerous public relations gaffes of British Petroleum CEO Tony Hayward. Today I want to summarize the information in my first two entries and show you some of the images that British Petroleum would prefer you not see that give the true picture of what's happening in the Gulf of Mexico. Let's start by recapping what we know so far. First, British Petroleum has caused the largest environmental disaster in the history of the United States. It currently has a CEO and executive group who want to preserve the status of their company, avoid a takeover, and maintain their lucrative compensation packages more than they care about cleaning up the mess in the Gulf of Mexico. From the onset of the crisis, British Petroleum has tried its best to control the message. They've done this by preventing scientists from measuring the true rate of oil flow from the damaged wellhead. In a more brazen attempt to control the media, photographers have been barred from doing flyovers of affected beaches. Additionally, reporters who try to take photos on the beaches have actually been confronted by BP officials along with members of the Coast Guard and threatened with arrest if they continue to take pictures. I don't really know how this was allowed to occur, but you can go on YouTube and you can find numerous clips of the CBS News crew that this actually happened to. British Petroleum's goal is to remove the truth about the oil spill from the media and instead replace it with their own carefully crafted public relations campaign. That way, British Petroleum can claim that it's doing everything it can to make the situation right, when in truth, the company is more busy trying to defend its market position and minimize the damage in the minds of the American people. But unfortunately, we all know what's happening in the Gulf of Mexico, and we aren't going to allow British Petroleum to simply control the message and pretend like everything is going well, when in fact it is a complete catastrophe. You see, rather than do what's right, British Petroleum is simply trying to say what's right. They would rather replace the actual truth about what's happening in the Gulf of Mexico with their own sanitized public relations campaign. And of course, the American people sees through this. British Petroleum needs to lead with actions. Tony Hayward needs to stop talking. They need to get these ridiculous PR spots off television. They need to focus on taking action, cleaning up the Gulf, and doing their best to restore what they've ruined. Only then will the American public actually give them credit for taking action. Ultimately, my message for British Petroleum is to stop talking, start taking action, and stop trying to manipulate the media and the coverage of the truth of what you've actually done. Now, I know I've completely ignored the political component to this, and if you stick around and watch the entire photo montage that is at the end of this video, one of the final images underscores one of the key questions about this crisis. People are wondering where the presidential leadership is in this entire situation. And I'm going to deal with this topic very soon, don't worry. I will cover this in full, but I wanted to make this video specifically about British Petroleum and not the government's response. Like I said, that issue will be dealt with in the very near future, so hopefully you will have a chance to see that very soon. Now, I want to conclude this video with this montage of clips that I put together to sort of show the truth of what is actually happening in the Gulf of Mexico. This is what British Petroleum is trying to hide from the American public, and frankly, it's not doing a good job, and everyone knows what's happening anyway. So, in conclusion, British Petroleum, stop talking and start acting. I'll see you next time here on Economic Outlook.